a big NFL trade could be on the horizon very, very soon. Brandon Aiyuk to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Recently, Brandon Aiyuk unfollowed the San Francisco 49ers on Instagram. I'll get into that more in a minute, but the bigger news is that Albert Breer's conversation with another NFL insider supposedly leaked. In that conversation, it stated that whoever Albert Breer was texting with stated that Brandon Aiyuk could be paired up with Russell Wilson. Those are definitely two key things. These definitely aren't nothing. They're something. First, I want to address Brandon Aiyuk unfollowing the 49ers on Instagram. This is a classic pressure tactic from Aiyuk's camp. We've seen this time and time again of players wanting a contract and that player scrubbing the team from his Instagram, or in this case, unfollowing the team on his Instagram. It's just a pressure tactic to kind of force the team's hand, to kind of get the team scared, to give in and give the player those extra M's, and to finally stop playing games, and just to kind of speed up the process to a certain extent. But at the same time, there has been instances where a player has unfollowed their current team on Instagram and that was it. Both parties moved on. I think this is definitely a tricky situation. I could see this going either way. I could see the 49ers easily re-signing Aiyuk, but at the same time, I could also see him getting traded that same day. If I really had to make a prediction on what they would do, I think they're going to trade him. I would definitely be leaning more towards that. Listen, if you trade a guy like DeForest Buckner, like they did many, many years ago, I feel like pretty much any player is on the table available to get traded except for like Christian McCaffrey right now on the 49ers. And not only that, but they just got rid of Aiyuk Armstead like a month ago. So the 49ers are definitely not afraid to make moves. John Lynch isn't afraid to get aggressive whatsoever. So I definitely think Aiyuk is more likely to get traded than to get re-signed. Now let's move on to Albert Breer's leaked conversation. I really don't know who leaked this. I don't know. I feel like this isn't too common, especially from a respected source like Albert Breer. Like, you don't see too many conversations of Adam Schefter's getting leaked unless it's from Aaron Rodgers. This is definitely a rare occurrence, so let's just focus on Aiyuk on the Steelers. It's a great move. I mean, Aiyuk on any team is a great move. I think he is easily a top 15 receiver, could be a solid top 10 receiver with the right quarterback, with the right OC, in the right system. But Aiyuk on the Steelers, you pair him with George Pickens, you pair him with Justin Fields, Russell Wilson. That's a pretty good offense. And he would be the number one there for sure. And I think the Pittsburgh Steelers need a number one because George Pickens, he has talent. He has a lot of talent. I don't know if anyone remembers his rookie year, Thursday Night Football against the Browns. That was such an insane catch, one-handed. That catch should have got a lot more love and just attention. But back to what I was saying, George Pickens is really talented. He's just not mature yet. And that's a trend with Pittsburgh Steelers receivers. Antonio Brown, super talented, and obviously he was the one there, but also very, very mature. George Pickens, Juju. Obviously you had Chase Claypool. I don't know, there's something in the water in Pittsburgh, I guess. The receivers are drinking something over there. I don't know what, but it's something. So to pair him up, you got Aiyuk as 1, George Pickens as 2. I feel like both of them could eat and could get a solid workload. Now with Russell Wilson, I don't know. I really don't. It'll be interesting to see. With Justin Fields, I'd have a lot more faith in them, but overall, it's an A+ move. So if you're Pittsburgh, I feel like they're probably trying to get this done because Mike Tomlin, I don't know how much time he's got left. There definitely feels like some urgency in Pittsburgh right now, so they're going for it. So if you're a Steelers fan, you should be hyped up. You should be excited about this news. You should be really excited about this year because I feel like it could get pretty wild pretty quickly in Pittsburgh. One last note here is that Brandon Aiyuk's agent tweeted about the leak conversation, saying get better sources. And this is just such an obvious smokescreen. Just an easy deflection. I mean, this is just classic PR. The conversation is real. It definitely is. When there's smoke, there's fire. When a player wants to get traded and then you hear all this noise, it's real. It's just simple PR from Aiyuk's agent. But the thing to take away from his agent's tweet is that he wants to stay. I feel like Aiyuk's camp definitely wants to stay with the 49ers with those two pieces of information in mind of Aiyuk forcing their hand by unfollowing the 49ers on Instagram and the agent trying to deflect the leak. It's pretty clear that he wants to stay. He doesn't want to get traded. They both want to get paid. They both want to make bank. But regardless of who's telling the truth, who's not, who really wants to go where, who wants to stay, we're going to find out really, really soon because he's either going to get traded in the next couple weeks or he's going to get paid. This could definitely be a draft day trade, absolutely. But if you're a 49ers fan and you want Aiyuk to stay, if you make it past the NFL draft and he's still on the roster, I'd say he's probably going to stay. But until then, I would kind of expect him to get traded. I would not have a lot of faith in him being on the 49ers. But if he's still on the roster post the 2024 NFL draft, I think you're in the clear. So, let me know what y'all think. Aiyuk to Pittsburgh. Is that a good move? Is it not a good move? Should they pay him? Should he stay with the 49ers? Let me know what y'all think. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
The kick is good.